Hello everyone, Onlydraven here again, and today we're doing another tutorial in Minecraft Sky Factory 4. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make and use the Enrichment Chamber, as well as the different enrichment factories. There are several different levels. Find this video helpful and you like it, please be sure to click like. But most importantly, please remember to hit that subscribe button. That way you can see all my videos and tutorials as they come out. Okay, so to start off, we're going to make the Enrichment Chamber. An Enrichment Chamber is going to be 4 pieces of redstone, 2 iron ingots, a steel casing, and 2 basic control circuits. Not sure how to make the control circuits, and we'll go into the JEI, pull up our Enrichment Chamber. That is made inside a metallurgic infuser using redstone and osmium. Pretty easy to make. Next, we're going to look at the basic enrichment factory. And that is very much like the previous. It's going to be 4 redstone, 2 iron ingots, 2 basic control circuits. But in the middle, you're going to have an enrichment chamber, the first thing we just made. Next is the advanced enriching factory, which is going to have 2 osmium ingots, 4 enriched alloys, 2 advanced control circuits, and the basic enriching factory that we just made. And again, for the different control circuits and enriched alloys, once again, you're going to find those here. Those are also made under the metallurgic infuser. We're making points. It's going to be the same type of components. So very easy to make. The last thing is the elite enriching factory, which has 2 gold ingots, 4 reinforced alloy, and 2 elite control circuits. Again, made the same way as the previous circuits, but with slightly different materials. In the JEI, if you just do a search for Enrich, you'll get all of these different machines. So let's take a look at how they work. Now, all of them need an RF power source. I'm currently running them off of a battery using a energy extraction cable and energy cables. We're going to start with the Enrichment Chamber. So the Enrichment Chamber is part of the Mechanism mod. All of these are. And so the Mechanism mod has a pretty standard UI amongst all of its different machines and components. So how to use the different configurations and upgrades, all of that I have a specific tutorial showing how to use the UI in all those. I'm going to link that down in the description of this video. So if you have any questions about how these work, they'll go into some specifics. But to give you an example, the side configuration here is going to show you energy. This is items coming in and out. This one's transporter. Over here is where you would add speed or power saving upgrades to increase the productivity of your machine. Let's see it in work. I'll grab a couple different things here. So an enrichment chamber is going to enrich items. This can mean different things depending on the item that you're making. You're using something like iron or gold or most of the basic materials. It's going to enrich those into plates. Situation we're making iron plates. Gold would make cold plates and so on. Now, you can again increase the speed that this machine works by putting speed upgrades in, as well as upgrades that will make it use less power per cycle. The basic enriching factory is the same basic concept. It does almost the exact same thing as the previous machine, except now you can do 3 of them at one time. Now, the UI again is pretty standard, other than this here, which is auto sort, and I'll show you that in a second. But now you could run 3 different or 3 of the same items in here. Now, auto sort is off, which means it let me put them in the stack size that I want. If you put that on, it's going to readjust those and divide them evenly. So let's take a look at this a little bit differently and pull all that out. Pull out our plates. Let's just say I had the stack in here. Auto sort would then divide that evenly across all 3. So if you have that on all the time, it keeps you from having to keep putting new stacks in. You can also put a power source, like a battery, up here in this section, which will allow the machine to run off of this power source instead of an external power source as we have it currently set up. Which is good if you're moving a machine away from your normal work area, you're carrying it mobily, or you just want to have some extra power there. That'll work by placing it in this block here. Next is the Advanced Enriching Factory. Exactly the same thing, but now it has 5 slots instead of 3. And then the Elite, the same thing, except now it has 7 slots instead of the 5. So each step up will allow you to use more slots so you can do more things at once. Again, with our auto sort on, pop that up there. It's going to auto divide that evenly. And now it's just going to keep working through, and I can add more, and it'll just keep auto sorting it. I don't have to divide it evenly. It's going to continuously auto sort that into even piles so that whatever you're enriching in here is going to go through as quickly as possible. It's not a stack of 64 and a stack of 5. This one runs out, and now you're waiting on this one to finish. It's going to let you space that out in the most cost-effective and time-effective pattern possible. And again, you can toggle between disabled, high, low. There's different power settings, the same upgrades as we saw before, the different configurations, transporter configuration, and of course the auto sort, which is not on the original enrichment chamber, but is on all of the different enriching factories. So this is a great way to really bump up your production of different components that you may need, different things that are enriched. But even starting with just a first one is a great component to have. You're going to need things like these plates for a lot of the different recipes and builds in mechanisms specifically. All right, so that's going to do it for this one. Again, pretty easy one here. If you have any questions about this tutorial or any of my tutorials, please be sure to put those down in the comments, and I'll do my very best to get back with you as soon as I possibly can, as well as any recommendations or suggestions you may have for other tutorials you'd like to see in Sky Factory 4. I'm always looking for new ideas. You can also go to my website, Onlydraven.com, and there at the bottom of the homepage, you'll find a place that you can send in questions, feedback, or recommendations via email. You'll also find links to all of my videos and tutorials, my streaming schedule, links to all my social media accounts. I highly recommend following me on Twitter at Onlydraven, and also the ODG store, where you can find a lot of cool and interesting OnlydravenGaming merchandising. There are a lot of different resources on the website, and I really do recommend checking it out. But that is going to do us for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day.